Hello, welcome to this episode of WWF, 1996. The year of 1996, excuse me. And what I'm going to do, instead of playing the music right away for Raw, I'm just going to talk about the pay-per-view of In Your House, Rage in the Cage, and I'm going to talk about it, say what happened, then I'll talk about Monday Night Raw from the next night. Okay, in the free-for-all, Jake the Snake Roberts defeated Tatanka with Ted DiBiase in his corner in a crybaby match in the beginning of... Hold on. Yeah, only one match happened on the free-for-all, so yeah, I'm saying this right. The first match of the pay-per-view was the Crybaby match. The second match, Hunter Hearst Helmsley with Elizabeth Hilden.
You seen a lot of wrestling thing this morning, though.
I'm doing my podcast.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
And, he went again. He defeated Duke the Dumpster Droese at 9 minutes and 40 seconds with the pedigree. Yokozuna, after cutting a pre-match promo on Jim Cornette about how he didn't let Jim Cornette refused to let him speak on his own behalf, and that by doing so, he intentionally held him back from going as far as he could go. Although he was WWF Heavyweight Champion a couple of times, he felt like he could have done more if he was allowed to speak. Then at the end of his promo, he said the famous Banzai part for Banzai line that he was synonymous with. And then he went out and he beat British Bulldog by disqualification when Jim Cornette hit him over his back with the tennis racket. Then Vader came out and all three of Kevin Cornette beat him and handcuffed him to the ropes until people from the back came out to stop him, including their lawyer friend Clarence Mason. The next match was the Shawn Michaels match against Owen Hart, where he put up his WrestleMania title match opportunity against Owen Hart. He beat Owen Hart to keep his number one contendership or his title shot at WrestleMania. And then at the end of the pay-per-view, in the steel cage match, The Undertaker pulled Diesel down underneath the ring, and Bret Hart was climbed over the cage to keep the World Wrestling Federation heavyweight title. And Ahmed Johnson, in one of the dark matches, he beat Isaac Yankem, DDS. Godwin defeated the Bonnie Donnas with Sonny in their corner. And both matches didn't have a set time for when they ended. But The Undertaker and Goldust wrestled to a count out. Goldust was counted out in a match for the Intercontinental title against The Undertaker. At 13 minutes and 40 seconds, he was counted out. The next night, right before the main event of In Your House, just kidding when I say it like that, he, right before the main event, Roddy Piper had some news he had to make. Like, he said that by being around Cornette as long as he had, he does not feel sorry for Yokozuna for what he went through. However, he will put Yokozuna against Vader at In Your House. And he said some other things I don't remember right now. So it's very interesting stuff right there. What I couldn't get over was how he told Jim Cornette to shut up. Then he said another sentence, and he literally scared Jim Cornette, that big mouth. He said to Jim Cornette, "Let me get this straight. You managed Yokozuna for 3 years, right? He's 640 pounds. That means that's 320 pounds for both cheeks. Means at the end of the bottom line is, at the end of WrestleMania, you're going to be out of a job." In other words, if he has his way, talking about Vader, talking about Yokozuna, if he has his way with Vader's not going to be around much longer. So he wouldn't have anybody to manage. And let's face it, Bulldog and Owen Hart didn't need Cornette, so why did they even have him as a manager is beyond me. But anyway, that would be another point to make. Okay. Let me rewind this a little bit. Okay, fast forward a little bit. Okay, so Razor Ramon versus Goldust for the Intercontinental title was the first match. Razor Ramon did not want the title back. He just wanted to kick Goldust's butt, so he clotheslined Goldust over the top rope and let Goldust get counted out. So he said to Hot Rod he said, "I heard you got 6 kids at home. I got kids myself, and I don't want them to see this. It's simple, Hot Rod. Make a match anywhere, any place between me and Goldust." And the next match, if I'm not mistaken, was supposed to be the Bonnie Donnas versus Barry Horowitz and Aldo Montoya. But they, in a statement to everybody, including Piper and Yokozuna, Vader came out and destroyed them to go to the I'm trying to remember how you say this. To go to the few commercials. They even had a segment with Sonny, Bonnie Donna's manager. They had Marty Jannetty come out next, go against the ringmaster. Because I have so much time, let me talk about this match. Sort of a little bit to where, okay, for some reason Steve Austin, I don't know why, but whether he was the ringmaster or whether he was Stone Cold Steve Austin, he never believed in wearing the title. He always would carry the title. And this was so brand new. This character, they was not even called Stone Cold, he was called the Ringmaster. It was a great name because of how good he was, but we were entering at the time into an era where it was more about being yourself than anything. So what he needed, unfortunately, was what he became known as, Stone Cold. So that's why, even though the $1 Million Man is a great manager, the $1 Million title was a great title, it didn't fit. It's not that didn't fit him. The character, the Ringmaster, didn't fit him. It's really going to be interesting during these next few episodes to see how that the name came about. By the time WrestleMania 13 happened, he was called Stone Cold. Okay, at the beginning of the match, they locked up and got him in a Jannetty got Steve Austin, the ringmaster, in a hammerlock, and Steve got in between the ropes and he had to break. Another lockup, side headlock. To Steve. Steve pulls his head, lets it go right away, throws him across the ring. Steve misses a clothesline, misses another clothesline. Marty comes with a crossbody. Reversal hooks the leg too, kick out by Marty. Roll up by Steve, didn't even know he knew this much too. He even pulled the tights and he couldn't get the 3 count. Referee didn't even notice the pulling the tights until after the fact. Gets to his feet, he throws Jannetty outside of the ring through the middle ropes. Referee starts the count. Goes over. The ropes pulls up. Marty Jannetty on top of the ring apron starts hitting him right after right. Second right, however, was blocked, and Marty hit him with a right of his own. Slides right through there. Gets to his feet. A couple of right hands to the ringmaster, and Irish whip comes back with a drop kick to Steve, the ringmaster. Cover hooks a leg and kick out at 2 by Steve. An Irish whip, reversal this time by Steve. He turns around with I'm not sure what he used to call that, but he hung up Marty Jannetty over the throat, with his throat hitting the rope. He used to use that as a finisher, by the way. Okay, he may have started working on Marty's knee, I'm not sure. Gets to his feet, he gets hit with the right hand by Marty. Cover, kick out at 2. Comes with, runs, goes for a running splash, hits Steve's knees. Okay, brother, it's nagging me so much. I gotta look at Steve Austin's gotta look at it. I think my mom just got home, so I have to pause this. Alright. Sorry about the dogs barking. They were really pushing Ringmaster really hard here, so I know